Alrighty, bro. Hope you're ready for a car ride because things are about to get super emotional. Alright, so picture this. I'm 10 years old. I'm in primary school. So I'm still in primary school. And it's Friday. And all the other kids are super happy that it's Friday. It's last class, the last period. It's about home time is in an hour's time. And everyone's happy to go home because it's the weekend. But there's me. I'm the only kid out of the bunch who was depressed, who was sad, angry that it was Friday. Well, why was that? Was it because I didn't have anything fun to do? No. It was because I was dreading my dad making me work. Literally, bro. Every single Friday, I would dread the weekend. I would dread Saturdays in particular because that was the day my dad made me do, labor intensive work because my dad owned a factory and he made me work there on the weekends to, learn how to become a worker or whatever, right? Learn the skills of a tradesman. And I hated it. I'll be frank with you, bro, I hated it so much. Because I don't know if it was the work itself, but it was just the fact that there was no love between me and my father. So it always felt like he was making me do it always felt like he was making me do it out of slavery. But I know it wasn't that, right? I know, like, for a fact it wasn't that. It was because he wanted the best for me, I know that. But it just felt absolute shit for me because there was no love in it. And he would just tell me to do this. I did that. I did it without saying a word, and that was it. That was just how my dad and me's relationship was. It was just, you do this, I follow. That's it. That's all it was. There was nothing else to it. I can't even remember the last time I had a proper conversation with my dad. And bro, there would be times where I didn't want to go to work. Like, I really just didn't want to do it, right? And I would beg my mom to tell my dad to say I was sick or like something like that, right? And there would be times when I would hide in my brother's room. Like, okay, picture this, right? Picture my brother's room. You don't know what my brother's room looks like, but picture a bed. And the side of the bed is like, there's like a little gap for a human to lie down. And there would be times when I would skip school because I didn't want to go to school. And my mom was okay with it, right? But I would literally hide from my father inside that gap in my brother's room. I would literally hide from him, if like for hours sometimes. And then I'd just wait for him to go back to work, and it was that bad, right? I didn't want my dad to see me like at all having fun, having, being a normal kid, because it always felt like my dad hated me looking like I was having fun. So I never wanted to show that around him. And that just created that avoidant relationship with him. But here's the main point of the video. I didn't have anyone I could really speak to about this, right? There was my mom. Of course there was my mom, but like, you know how it is with moms. My mom understood everything. She was actually fully on board with me doing, like, avoiding him and stuff. But the thing is, bro, it's like, you know how it is with moms. You can't talk to them about absolutely everything. And the thing is, bro, like, I didn't have anyone else I could speak to throughout this entire time. From pretty much as far as I can remember, all the way till the end of high school. This was my life. The same shit was going on day to day, weekend to weekend. I didn't have anyone I could talk to. Not only just with my dad, not only just with the weekend work and all that, but just loneliness in general. I would go to, day to day, my life would just consist of playing video games because I lacked social, I didn't have any friends in real life. And my dad didn't put me into any sports clubs or anything like that, right? So pretty much my life just consisted of just staying at home and going to work and playing video games, go to school, maybe study, I didn't have any genuine friends I could really talk to, bro. And the worst part of not having anyone you can speak to about your problems is the fact that when you have no one you can talk to about it, it just gets, instead of venting it out to someone, it just gets bottled up inside you. And there'd be times when my dad would, say, would shout at me or whatever, right? And there'd be times when I had no one I could speak to about it, and I would just go and sit on the couch for like an hour and just bawl my eyes out, hating myself, wondering why I was even alive. All that hatred towards him was directed onto myself. All my life's failures was just directed onto myself, on self-hatred. It just became self-hatred because I had no one I could properly speak to, and that, guys, I think is the true dangers of loneliness. You just have no one you could talk to, no one you can vent to. Why is this lady so fucking slow, bro? And when you have no one you can talk to, bro, it just gets bottled up. Either you bottle it up or you let it all out. I was the type of person to bottle it all up inside myself, and eventually it'll come out, right? But it never really did for me, and I don't think it will, to be honest. It just really just messed with myself. But let me tell you the other side of the spectrum. When you do have genuine friendships, when you are able to talk to your family about this stuff, because frankly, bro, my brothers, I couldn't speak to them about a thing, right? My brothers, the age gap between me and my brothers were a bit too wide. We were like at least 9 years apart, and it's just a bit hard to speak to someone that age about your current problems. Well, it was for me at least. And I just wish I had a sibling that was around my age, because I feel like that could have changed a lot of things growing up. And the thing is, bro, I didn't have any genuine friends that I could really talk to about this. And so my emotions just bottled up, and I hated my dad because of it. I hated my life because of it. It just wasn't a good life I was living. And this could have been solved if I just wasn't lonely anymore. If I had these genuine bonds with other humans. If I had people I could speak to about this. But honestly, bro, these days it's a little bit different, right? I actually put in the work. I actually put in the hard work of becoming more of a social person. And that's helped me tremendously, right? Because now I actually have people I can speak to about this type of stuff. And I'm not lonely anymore. And let me tell you, bro, this is the best feeling anyone I could ask for, because at the end of the day, bro, we are all human, man, and we need people around us. There's no such thing as a lone wolf. It's time to pull up. Alright, boys. Well, I hope you enjoyed my little rants. Fuck. Okay. Well, boys, I hope you enjoyed my little rant there. I don't feel lonely anymore, so that's the main thing, right? And if you want to know how I actually bait my loneliness and overcame my loneliness, the first thing in the description below is my private community where I actually teach this exact topic of overcoming loneliness, becoming less of a lonely guy. Alright. Pretty much I coach you one-to-one on becoming more social and completely changing your life, just saying. So if you're interested in that, bro, feel free to check it out. Obviously, no worries if you don't want to check it out, it's fine, bro. But again, if you were in a similar position that I was in growing up, man, I mean, this one click could change your life, right? Well, time to go to the gym. I'll see you next time.